strong when it's in their favor. And then as soon as NiP are able to get control, it seems like they don't have the answer. But yet NiP seem that they are only strong when they're feeling the pressures on their back. And it seems that when they're not winning the rounds, that's when NiP comes back even stronger. So two very different styles of play that's been matched up in both of these maps so far. So I'm interested to see how this map will pan out, because Inferno is one of those maps that both teams don't really play that much.
Yeah, very, very interesting the way that this veto in general has played out. So, you know, it's always up in the air, you know, with this particular kind of matches. You know, we were saying earlier, you know, we think it's a lot closer than a lot of people really think. I mean, tradition usually sets to say, okay, yeah, NiP should be able to win this, but they haven't had a great track record, especially recently, like losing out to some other teams. I mean, they've already lost to HellRaisers once on this map. So, you know, this is only, earlier last month. So there's already just, like, a big disadvantage for NiP. I have a feeling that maybe this could be the upset. Maybe HellRaisers could just be able to take this map right here, and it's a plausible opportunity, you know. I feel like it's possible. HellRaisers will start things off on T side, though. So let's see if they can potentially work off of a bit of a disadvantage to kick things off here in Inferno. A side looks to be the hit. Draken already spotting players out. The double flash smoke out for Dead Fox. He's used the smoke. One flashbang and the second will go. HellRaisers pushing the bomb in first on Zero. Issa getting tagged up a little bit, but does eventually spot out exists. Draken, oh my god, all the kills go to the favor of the CT side. It's all Issa, but he's coming back. 3 kills so far. Now just looking for Draken, the bomb on his back, but he's got to find an ace, similar to how Angel was able to open up the pistol on Mirage. Draken knows where he is. Crossfire set by Rez. 24 HP down on Issa. NiP looking to take this opening pistol. They've got the crossfire locked. They're just waiting for him to peek out. A single bullet will be able to do it, and Issa just cornered at this point. Indeed, Draken will peek. Isn't able to get the kill first, but it's only a matter of time. It looks to be a pistol round on the board for NiP. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe not. Maybe not. Issa's getting the pick back. Rez out towards truck side. Issa gets himself on towards the site itself, gets the bomb down. And now we will wait right here. Rez got a bit of a backstab. Doesn't hear the footsteps. Issa will keep peeking. Does he quite know? He does hear the tags out now. He's looking out for Rez. Spots in. And he's just hiding behind the box, looking for a headshot. Issa will close it out. A full ace for the man. Barely get him together. HellRaisers will be able to take the pistol.
What can you, like, explain about that? It's happened to Issa, and it's also happened to Angel. An ace clutch on the pistol round, and there's just no answer. NiP, they should not have lost that. They really just gave Issa that one-on-one duels, and they didn't work as a team, and he was able to capitalize on that. And what an amazing pistol round coming out from HellRaisers.
Indeed it was, my friend. Indeed it was. Insane pistol round here from Issa individually. That is how you do it in this particular case. HellRaisers now up for a full buy right here. And NiP got a bit of a force of their own right. Once again, get right with the Nova, but upgraded Deagle as a scout out for exist. And Rez has got the opening frag, spamming it through the smoke, finding Angel as the opening kill, but yeah, not a whole lot right now for NiP. Got a man advantage at least, so they could work it off this, but yeah, we haven't seen much out of this particular setup, particularly against HellRaisers. NiP haven't been able to use that Nova, the Scout, as effectively as we think they usually would be able to. Exist will get pushed away from his corner spawn, but look at Draken. Close range, takes the Deagle out on Issa, looking for Woxic as well, drops the bomb. Almost a triple, but Zero does gain control of it. So back to a 2-on-4 in NiP. Look to force the issue away from the T side.
Well, it seems to be the way Zero and Dead Fox left on the side of HellRaisers, and 30 seconds left on the clock. Dead Fox hunting that very important kill with the AK in hand, but there's still a lot more work to be done on the side of HellRaisers as NiP has get right once again with that Nova, finally being able to find a kill with it, and a long-range kill indeed. Rez getting on top of the hay bales is going to take down Dead Fox. So, the force buy working out in favor of NiP as they are able to win their first round of the second round of the map, Inferno.
Get right having no luck with that Nova. After 3 maps, he eventually finds a kill with it. Of course, the rifle's recovered UMP from Forrest, and the Rez with the AK in his hands. And I'd be able to still one back. That's not that bad at all. Of course, early days. with that forced buy. Back away, HellRaisers will be forced down to a forced buy. CZ's Deagles, a Galil for Patrick 0. 0, of course, going to be relying on... The HellRaisers are going to be relying on 0 to essentially pick together a bit more of an anchor-style player around him. He will try to be the entry fragger, also the supportive fragger as well for HellRaisers. 1-1 so far, and you know, the advantage is definitely towards the favour of NiP for this particular round. M4's AKs, Nova still on Draken, UMP for Forest, of course. We're going to get value out of these particular guns. We'll see what they can do with it so far. Still a minute left on the clock. HellRaisers have a bit of time to try looking towards the default, but the bomb is out towards Banana. A B site hit could be possible. Could rotate back in towards the A site setup. Got 4 smokes, so an execution is plausible for either site here.
HellRaisers taking their time and piecing together the puzzle of where the site of attack is going to be, and it's looking like they're going to group up towards Banana and shift their presence towards this B bomb site, and it is possibly the best chance they have, considering it's only going to be Rez and Get Right towards this site, while the other 3 CTs are stacked towards the A bomb site. But 40 seconds left on the clock. HellRaisers, they're in a doable situation to make it work. The Molotov coming out, Rez sitting behind Nubox is able to take down 0, tries to come and spray out wide, but can't find any more as he gets taken down by Izza with that Deagle in hand. But the Molotov making a double from Exist, as it's all down to Angel and Woxic left, and that Molotov doing so much work indeed, the bomb being dropped, and 13 seconds left.
Oh.
As Get Right Exist chime in, and wow, NiP, it was all down to that one and only Molotov.
Exist, mate. Well played. Great performance from him with the Molotov spraying through the glass almost on the church position. So well placed from him, in particular, to win NiP that round. So HellRaisers down to nothing. Basic Glocks, P250 for Easter as well. But yeah, outside of that, not a whole lot here. Could get some damage. They have tagged Draken at 25 HP, and a quick hit will come in from the T side. But yeah, I'm not expecting much out of this round. Rifles should be able to shut him down indeed. Forrest gets a double, almost a triple right there with the flashbangs coming out. Yeah, Rez gets a kill as well. Bomb dropped. CT's had this under control. Angel will get 1 kill, but that's all he will find. 3-1 to the favour of NiP. Get themselves the conversions away from HellRaisers. And now a buy will be up for the T side.
HellRaisers, once again, the AWP on the back of Woxic. And on a map like Inferno, the AWP is just so crucial of locking down the CTs and just seeing if you can find those initial picks, or even taking it on with an entry, helping your teammates behind you. As Ninjas in pajamas, early 3-1 lead, and Woxic with that AWP able to find 1, but the spray down coming through the smoke is NiP coming out on top, as it's all down to 0 and Izza left. A 2-on-3 scenario, and NiP, so much damage done early on, and Exist getting aggressive towards Banana and seeing if he can find any more, and the aggression seems to be working out in NiP's favour, as HellRaisers already made their way around Archside and towards Library, and NiP slowly enclosing as Exist, coming on the perfect flank. He spots out 1, tries to find the second, as 0 gets taken down to 68 HP. The bomb carrier, the flashbang comes out, blinds Exist in the time. And 0, there's a lot to do. He takes down Forest, sees if he can find any more, but Rez, he's going to finish it off with the AWP. So once again, a very crucial round being dealt by NiP, as now they win 4 in a row, and HellRaisers, they just don't seem to have the answer yet.
Yeah, very, very difficult start here for HellRaisers. Got that opening pistol round, which is great for Easter, of course, with that ace, but yeah, since then, not finding a whole lot here. Does push them back to another basic round here. The Deagles, the Glocks, the P250, the CZ. Again, not a whole lot going in the favour of HellRaisers. Maybe able to get a bomb plant if they're able to rush this down and successfully connect themselves a couple of good picks. But in the end, it will just fall apart very, very quickly, and these rifles will just kind of prove their dominance here as Get Right and Exist just shut down to Dead Fox and Issa already out the server. 4-on-3 situation. HellRaisers will set up towards that mid position on the A site. Players also in apartments as well. But yeah, again, I don't really see anything really going to the favour of the T side at this point in time. It should just be an easy 5th for NiP. HellRaisers will be looking to concentrate on that max loss bonus rifle round and hopefully take another rifle away from NiP. If they can get that AK or the AWP out of their hands, and well, that would just be all the bonus.
It seems the Draken is going to be able to find that initial AWP shot once again. Angel seeing if he can find anything, but he can't indeed, as Forrest is able to pick up an easy 2-piece for himself. And HellRaisers, they're down at 1-5, and at the moment of time, HellRaisers, they need to get the ball rolling because they don't have time to make mistakes. This is the last map on Inferno, and as we've said before, both teams, they're not that confident on HellRaisers. You'd have to give them the advantage over NiP, but the way that NiP have been playing these early rounds, you can definitely show who is in the driving seat at this moment of time. As HellRaisers gone for a complete full buy, 4 AKs and an AWP, trying to default across the map and bait out the utility usage from the CTs. As Reg just sitting in the top of Banana, pops a nade to the face, but doesn't deal too much damage to himself. As the T's grouping up towards mid, and Woxic with the AWP on the entry is able to take down Draken, so immediately this is calling through the rotations for NiP. Get Right making his way towards Library, and with a minute left on the clock, HellRaisers, they pretty much brought the entire cavalry along.
Yeah, an A site hit. They've got the opening kill. Draken has fallen to the hands of Woxic, and now HellRaisers on this T, so we'll have to deal with 3 more players here on the A push. Bomb not committed just yet, not been picked up by any one of the players, so it can't be committed, but HellRaisers will eventually have to wrap in towards this A here, alternatively rotate very, very quickly into the B bomb site, which would be a decent shout because Rez is the only man there. If DeadFox gets this info, and that could be a crucial quick rotation from the HellRaisers side. But 30 seconds, clock is ticking. HellRaisers need to decide what they're going to go for, and Zero will slowly start to creep up. Slowly start to set things up for this T side. Smoke out, Get Right, can't see him as a result. And there's Angel opening things up with the push onto Forest, taking him right out of the action as the T's make their way on through. Exist does get 1 kill, but looking to try to get the trade. The T's are actually doing all right here. Get Right will be able to get 1 more trade back, but look at Exist charging on through, runs out of ammo on the spray, and leaving it up to Rez on a backstab. But no, the time. Okay. I saw that timer for a second. I thought they may not have been able to get that bomb plum, but that was very, very close indeed. Rez alone. 1 versus 2. HellRaisers barely getting it down in time and now locking out the positions, waiting for this lone man. And Rez, we are 1 versus 2 clutch situation. Crossfire set. He's been spotted. There's Angel spraying him down and bringing the first on the board for HellRaisers.
Oh, wow. That was almost heart-clenching. HellRaisers just getting that strafe to get around the new box into the B site, just trying to hold off for the protection, and just in the nick of time able to get the bomb planted. So that's going to be HellRaisers picking up their 2nd round, and well, Jay, that was pretty close.
It was very, very close round indeed. HellRaisers need to take a bit more of a solid stance in these ones because, you know, the economy has been weakened, of course, for HellRaisers. Not quite the same sort of buy-up that you would hope to see, especially with the money left over. Does mean that maybe if they do get reset by NiP, then maybe they might have to go for an eco. So a lot of up-in-the-air scenarios right now for both sides. NiP going in with a double AWP setup. They made this work before. Not quite as effective against HellRaisers, though, especially in this series. I don't feel like it's been 100% on point, but it's what they're going to go for. Draken and Rez, the 2 new boys to their roster. See what they can try now. They put 1, of course, on A, 1 on B for the defensive. But HellRaisers going in towards this A site default, up towards mid, in towards the apps position. And 60 seconds has ticked by. So eventually this T side will have to wrap on through and try hit this A site. It's pretty much committed at this point. As the flashbangs come on through, still timid on taking those peaks, but at the same time NiP are holding passive. It's just waiting. 40 seconds tick by. Bomb to make its way. Actually rotating back towards B. This could be a key strategy here for HellRaisers.
Well, 34 seconds left on the clock. It's all up to Get Right. He's able to find 1, tries to fall back, but can't indeed as he gets taken down by DeadFox. So the T's raiding in towards his B bomb site, but Rez with the AWP He's able to find 2. Sees if he can find any more. And he finds a 3rd for himself. And wow, Rez, not a man to pick up the AWP. But he does so in style as it's all down to 0 left. 7 seconds left on the clock, trying to save this AK. And NiP, they are just on fire so far on this 3rd map of Inferno.
Yeah, solidly held defensive right there for NiP. 6-2. Suddenly means that this scoreline starts getting a little bit awkward here for HellRaisers. Once again, their economy was going to be resetting this round, but Zero saving this AK might be able to put a little bit of boots to arses, if you want to put, for lack of a better term at this point for HellRaisers. They will force spy around it. They're going to have a Galil out for Dead Fox, an Angel and co with CZ's armor. Draken's already got on that first pick though, so already not a great start here for HellRaisers. Pretty reliant on Zero trying to do his thing. Trying to use this AK to the best of his ability to hopefully shut down the CT side, but I have my doubts, I'm not going to lie. This setup currently from NiP is looking very, very solid. They had a very solid defensive. They got a double AWP back in play, which worked extremely well on Inferno so far. It has worked out. Smoke was down on the crosses. T side trying to make their way into the A side. They have rotated 4 players here. NiP looking to hold this one down and leaving Rez alone here towards Banana. Trying to see if he can shut down a rotation if HellRaisers manage to find it. But 60 seconds on the clock. Looks like it's going to be an A site hit. Let's see what the T's go for.
3-man stack towards this A bomb site as it just ticks over to 50 seconds left on the clock. And the utility, it's pretty basic for HellRaisers. Not much to use at all. Flashbangs coming over towards Diggity. As Draken, with this AWP, seeing if he can line up the first. And he does indeed. Spreadson tries to find a second, but he can't with the strafes. As Forrest chimes in as well. And Zero easily able to take him down, leaves him in a 1-on-4 situation as Draken once again so sharp with that AWP and just so fast.
3K for him, locking down the front of the NiP defensive, and now they're starting to run away with this. HellRaisers, I said they're at a disadvantage going into this half, but not like this. 5-round deficit, a 7-2 scoreline. NiP holding themselves headfast and strong for this particular half right now. Full eco coming in for HellRaisers, of course, should be relatively easy for NiP to deal with this. No armor, just P250's upgrades to pistols. Everybody else has Glocks, and no utility, of course, means that Angels will be all the more difficult here for HellRaisers. NiP holding themselves nicely here, and they're actually going to have quite decent bolstered economy at the moment, so if they can keep all 5 players intact, and that will mean very good stuff for the CT economy. HellRaisers, though, will be down to an eco, trying to get themselves out of money troubles. Already Dead Fox will peek and get shut down. This should be an easy 8th here for the NiP side.
It just seems at the moment, HellRaisers, they don't have an answer, as once again, Rez, he's able to find 2 with the AWP, and HellRaisers, we've seen what they can do when they're on form and when they're feeling that they have what it takes to take down NiP. And at the moment, the way they're playing the style, it just seems they're a little bit lackluster. They're just not sure what's going on. As NiP take another round, so that's 8-2 in favor of NiP. And HellRaisers, they need to get going. A timeout, something, just change it up. They need to do something to try and edge their way back into this race.
It's interesting you say timeout as well, Josh, because, like, you know, there's been very, very few timeouts in this series. Just that one from HellRaisers early on in Mirage, which eventually led to them spiraling out of control with their man advantage. 8-2. You would expect the HellRaisers might be thinking about a tactical pause at some point during this matchup, but for the moment right now, it is not looking like the best of forms right here. They've got 3 AKs, they've got a Galil, they've got an AWP. Woxic and co, what can you do with this round? That is the key question right now. NiP have held themselves so well set with this particular setup. The double AWP is still in play here for the Ninjas. HellRaisers will change things up a little bit, going for a B center default rather than A. They have got 2 players to deal with. That is Rez and Get Right, an AWP and an AK. Decently balanced defensive. Oh, but Zero getting some key information. Locked out the crossfire. Forrest will be able to take him down with that second peek, which is just, why would you do that when you know that there's players there? And now HellRaisers down a man here for the push into B.
HellRaisers once again losing the man advantage, and NiP in such a strong situation. And it seems that time and time again, NiP just have all the answers to everything that HellRaisers is throwing at them. An incredible display on their CT side as HellRaisers try and creep towards this B bomb side. And actually the CTs have pushed out and really have not held their ground towards the site, as DeadFox early on is going to be able to take down Get Right, and Angel is also going to be able to chime in with a frag. So this could be the round that HellRaisers leads to their success. The bomb's been planted in a 4-on-3 situation as HellRaisers 8-2. They need to win this round to at least dig and just start getting back into this, as Angel and Woxic chiming in with AWP kills leads Forest into a 1-on-4 situation, and that's going to be all from him trying to save this M4 in hand. And the economy is so strong from them that realistically he could just stay onto this site, try and get a couple of exit frags, because at the end of the day, if the economy is this good and there's only so many rounds away from the half, and that we know that HellRaisers are feeling that NiP are feeling confident, and Woxic, he did that twice in the Fnatic vs HellRaisers game for the Group B winners match, and it's just happened again. Woxic, I feel sorry for the man. I really do.
I feel sorry for Isha. He's the man he killed. Oh no, Woxic. GOG. Wow. Double AWP was going to be in play for HellRaisers in this round, but now it is not the case. The NiP will buy back hard though. Double AWP back in play for them. 3 M4s, of course, to back it up. But yeah, once again, a reset potential round here for HellRaisers. If they end up falling now, then that's going to be, well, more than likely, probably a 12-3 scoreline to end off the half, because the money has just been completely messed up for the entire side, for the entire T side. HellRaisers just, it's just not looking good right now. They need to score a round right here. They need to be able to do this. Not only just to score more rounds against NiP, try to start taking this, you know, half back to a decent standing in terms of the score, but they also need to, you know, start building their money back, because right now they've had a very, very hard time getting things started on this T side. So needless to say, it is quite a bit of a challenge here for HellRaisers. They are backing towards their default. More spread out more than anything else, looking for an opening pick, but so far they haven't found it. Got 45 seconds now to make their way into the necessary site. Bomb heading over towards Banana. It looks like it's going to be a B hit. Angel will peek, spot out, Get Right, spray him down, look for the second, but Rez, of course, there with the AWP. Picks him right back off. Counter Flash is repositioning himself, but Counter Flash has come back from the HellRaisers side as well. Exist on the scene, trying to rotate. The smoke does cover off his cross, so he isn't able to get a kill. 4 versus 4 as Exist just charges on through the Molotov, straight on through. Rez gets the AWP shot, taking down DeadFox, and there's one player close range spraying on through. Rez with a nice flick onto Issa. Zero gets a kill. Draken with a backstab on the USP. 10 seconds now. 4-0 to 1 versus 3. Clutch this. Exist on 1 HP, and Draken will fall, but it doesn't matter. Rez with a 4K, locking down the B site and locking HellRaisers out of a 9th for NiP. A reset for this T side. It has not gone well.
Not indeed. HellRaisers once again just not showing up to the plate, and it seems that NiP, they're almost mirroring exactly what HellRaisers is doing. NiP is doing absolutely everything in their goodwill to shut down HellRaisers at just anything that they throw at them. It just seems that their CT side is just so well balanced, the rotations are so fast, and the execution between the teamwork and the crossfire has just been pitch perfect for NiP. And HellRaisers, they just don't have an answer to how to shut this down. How do we shut down NiP? And they're trying everything, they're forcing, they're trying to bait out utility, and it's just not working. As once again, HellRaisers trying to get control of Halls and wrapping around towards Arch and Diggity side, making a split towards this A bomb side, coming out very fast indeed, but Get Right, he's going to get the best of it as him and Draken finding kills as well as Exist. He's able to find a double, and Zero, he tries to do the best that he can, but he can't do any more, as Exist is going to be able to take him down. So a 3K coming out from Exist into that round. And at the moment, NiP, they are just on fire. Someone needs to cool them down.
It needs to be HellRaisers of all people. Need to find a little more something here. This half looks like it might fall apart. At this point, you've got to question our HellRaisers just looking at that pistol round thinking, this is where we need to hold our ground. We need to focus more on our CT side because this T side, you know, it's a little early to call it, but we're at the end of the half at this point. You know, it's already been a loss for HellRaisers. They're 3 rounds up against NiP. A total 7-round deficit against this CT side, and you can just see how it's going for right now here for this eco. NiP just picking them apart bit by bit by bit, all leaving it up to Issa, alone in apps, a CZ in his hand, but no Kevlar, no utility. They have a general idea on where he is, so they'll just lock him down and shut him out, leaving it up to HellRaisers for a final rifle in this half. But after that, the pistol needs to go their way. They need to get the first rifle round to go their way. They need so much to go their way, and they've held so little so far in this matchup. I don't want to say it's over, but I have a feeling that it may already be over, Josh.
You'd have to say that there's only 8 bits in a byte, and there's lots of bytes to go around for HellRaisers as they're trying to hold on as much as they can, but it just seems that they just don't have what it takes, and Exist, he's going to be able to finish off Issa. So at the end of the day, HellRaisers, they've shown us what they can do. They've shown us that they are one of these teams that is able to cause upsets, able to have a great display against a team like NiP, and it just seems that they haven't shown up on Inferno. They played a very well game on Train. They brought it over to Mirage, was able to win out that map, and HellRaisers, I feel like they have it in the tank to have some sort of comeback, but to be able to take the map against NiP at this stage of the game, I just don't see it being possible.
Rez already starting things off great for this T side. I say that in the fullest mention of sarcasm, of course. HellRaisers dink down on 2 players, Woxic and Angel. Low, low, low. Tag up, damage, and a kill finally coming in for Draken to shut down Issa. 5-on-4 situations in the favour of NiP, and 2 AWPs in play. This very setup that HellRaisers have had such a tough time dealing with so far is just going to prove to be even worse in this particular round. Minute still left to go. Double dip for Draken, takes out DeadFox. Gets a little bit of damage back, but he's already looking to go back even for another one. My God, 3 kills for the AWP, 2 versus 4, all 0 now in a 1-on-3. Bomb on his back, sure, but even if he gets the bomb down, a retake that is less than likely for him to win. We'll tap it, try and force Exist into a mistake, but at the end of the day, he's the man making a mistake walking into the CT servers. NiP will prove 3 players stay alive for the end of the half, 12-3 to the favour of NiP. A dominant CT side, and HellRaisers need to come back swinging. They need a pistol, and they need it fast.
What's just impressed me is that how many times Rez was given that AWP over Forest, because we know Forest and Draken, the AWP players, but at the end of the day, it seems that NiP, they're on top. Obviously, Rez, he thinks, just give me the AWP. I'm feeling confident with it. Just pass it to me. And NiP relying on that individual skill, and it's just working out. HellRaisers, 3 rounds on their T side. They need an absolute miracle to try and bring this back.
Miracle starts right here. Let's see what they can do. Get right and Exist combined for a kill on Issa, and Angel falls all the same. Forest catching off DeadFox as well. It leaves it under 0, and Woxic getting tapped down. Draken's already got the locks on. Locks looking for a shot. Woxic does get 1 kill, but Draken ends things with 2 headshots. That is the end of it. 13-3. NiP looking to make their way up to 15-3. Match point. And it's really, really gone so horribly wrong for HellRaisers.
HellRaisers, I just feel sorry for them, because it seems that they've been playing so well, and to come out in Inferno and they have nothing up their sleeve. Obviously a map that both these teams don't really like to play, and they just don't have the answers to the questions that have been given to them.
HellRaisers in... They're backed into a corner. I think that is the best kind of way to put it at this point in time. 5 CZs, a forced buyout with Kevlar helmets. NiP are full buying into their own right, not worrying about SMGs or anything like that. They're just trying to close this game out as quick as they can. 2 good angles on the players in apartments. Angel and Issa falling already. 3 versus 5. A site open for business, and HellRaisers closed for the shop. last 3 alive. Yeah, this is going to be 14-3, and I don't even know any other way to sugarcoat it at this point. HellRaisers are really suffering in the best manner of form. 14. I mean, I don't even know what to comment anymore. HellRaisers have just had such a bad time trying to answer against what NiP have brought to the table, and now that this T-side's kicked off, it's just not going any better. HellRaisers are going to be forced into a position where they may have to bring it to overtime, and with the loss bonus just not quite sitting right, it looks like NiP are on the verge of match point right here. 14-3 to the Ninjas. HellRaisers, a lot of work to get done, and so far they are not yet to get started.
Well, it's looking as if NiP are going to advance and play FaZe Clan in the upper bracket final. And that also means that HellRaisers will play Heroic in the lower bracket round 1. But don't quote me, because you never know what could happen. There could be an absolute miracle and HellRaisers could come back. But at the way NiP are playing, I don't fault them at all, because 14-3, and it's a very well respected 14-3.
HellRaisers, last chance saloon. We've got Angel buying down. They are going to go for a bit of a force right here. Woxic will get close range, and Zero will fall to the first man. Woxic gets 2 kills, buys a chance, but Exist trades him right back. 2 more CTs here on the B site, ready and wearing to receive. Easter looking on through, backed up by Dead Fox, waiting for the peak to come through from the T side, and Forrest will be the man to enter. Looking for Dead Fox back again, still waiting. Creeping their way in. They know it's probably going to be a B-site hit. Good grenade on Issa. We'll tag him down. Right out in the open. The smoke clears him for a couple of seconds. Little does he know his crosshairs trained on Forrest and could just take him down with a simple headshot right now. T-side. 3 versus 3. Dead Fox in a decent position as well, and Issa is holding back towards here. The cross, smoke, and Molotov confusingly thrown at the same time by NiP. One extinguishes the other. But yes, here we go. Last push coming in for these T's right here. Forrest will take down Dead Fox. Issa will try all he wants, but he can't do a damn thing. It's going to be 15-3. Angel might recover a rifle. I'm surprised he didn't actually go back towards Bernard, try to see if he can pick up those AKs. I think actually NiP may have thrown them over the wall. But either way, not a great opportunity here for Angel at this point. This looks like it will be 15-3. It looks like it will be to the favor of the Ninjas.
It's all down to Angel left, CZ and Kevlar in hand, and other than that, he's got the biggest glimpse of hope, as that's all he can retain. As NiP pushing their way to match point 15-3. And Jay, if you told me that it was going to be 15-3 of NiP in the lead on their T side, I would not be believing you in that state.
Match point now for the Ninjas in pajamas. Angel saving the armor because he didn't really have much of a choice. And HellRaisers buy down here. Woxic, Glass Cannon, AWP. And M4s to boot right here. HellRaisers, or for Masters to boot, actually, for that matter of fact. Only Issa getting an M4 out. Dead Fox in with a UMP. And then, of course, the FAMASes. What can HellRaisers bring to the table? Not a whole lot. I have a prediction. 1 round to start a 12-round comeback for the HellRaisers. Oh, at the very least, Zero will open things up by tagging up Draken alongside Dead Fox's grenade. A nice Kobe to open things up for HellRaisers, but they need to get the follow-up. They need to make sure that NiP don't get an advantage back, and Woxic will pick off Exist to take it there. So, 3 versus 5. A minute still left to go. NiP still looking just as confident as usual.
NiP, a 2-man disadvantage, do have a slight chance of control of making their way towards this A bomb site. Woxic being forced back with that Molotov as Rez on the entry again towards this A bomb site, seeing if he can find anything. He takes down Woxic, and the kills going in favor of NiP, as it's all down to Zero and Dead Fox left. The last CT's alive up against Rez and Get Right. The HP advantage in favor of HellRaisers, as it's all down to Get Right sitting in apartments. A 1-on-2 clutch scenario. It's all up to him to try and move NiP to win this map. They are sitting on match point. Get Right. He hasn't spotted them out yet, and the CTs have no idea where he is. Get Right finally finds the frag. A long spray coming into Dead Fox. The smoke coming in towards apartments. And Zero's not going to hold it down. Forces Get Right out. And HellRaisers, well, they hold on by thread. They're able to win out the round, and it is one long road ahead to try and at least get to overtime for HellRaisers.
What to make of this? What to make of this, I think, is the main question I'm asking myself at the moment. At the very least, HellRaisers have a chance. There is a lot of luck involved in this particular case. NiP are forced down, but look at this. Never mind luck, it's all down to skill. NiP are just going to force their way into this round. Draken getting the opener. And now the rest of the T side looking to follow through on the defensive of the CT side. Issa and Angel looking to defend it. Angel's already fallen. It's up to Issa right here. Man disadvantage now for the HellRaisers side as once again Get Right closes down the defensive in pit. It comes up to Zero and Dead Fox. One coming in from mid. That's Zero. Grenade out, trying to take up Forest, but he just can't quite find the kill. It's up to Dead Fox on the other side of the map, meanwhile, trying to line something up. Defuse kits available for this CT side. They're running out of time as Rez picks up one more. This might be the end right here. 0 or 1 versus 3 clutch. Molotov away, Incendiary away. Counter Molotov back from the C side. And that is going to be it. NiP sweep HellRaisers aside like a bit of dust. That wasn't even worth their time. 16-4 on map 3, a 2-1 series all in all. NiP will advance to take on FaZe Clan in the upper bracket finals.
I'm just so surprised about what happened in that best of 3. We saw HellRaisers come off such a strong map of Mirage on the second map. And then coming into this, they just didn't have answers. And at the end of the day, NiP just played phenomenal. And it really shows that is why NiP is classified as one of the best teams in the world.
Indeed they are. They have a chance to make their way into the EPICENTER LAN. Of course, they've got to get through FaZe Clan first. HellRaisers, they have another chance, though. They'll go on to face off against Heroic when we see you next time here on the EPICENTER European Close Qualifiers. But for tonight,